the meeting please come to order? Mr. Sergeant at Arms, are all officers in their places?
Yeah, they are, Madam President.
Mr. Sergeant at Arms, please lead the assembly in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Secretary, will you please call the roll?
Mr. Sergeant at Arms,
President, the symbol of my office is the hearty handshake, and it is my responsibility to see that the assembly is comfortable and properly welcomed. It is also my duty to serve as doorkeeper for this organization.
Madam Reporter,
Present. The symbol of my office is the Beacon Tower, and it is my duty to see that our school community and National Association have a complete report of our organization activities.
Madam President,
Present. The symbol of my office is the gavel. The duties vested in me by my office are to preside at all regular and special meetings of this organization and to promote cooperation in carrying out the activities and work of our organization. Madam Secretary.
Present. The symbol of my office is the pen, and it is my responsibility to see that accurate and proper records are kept of all business and correspondence of this association. Madam Treasurer,
President, the symbol of my office is the balanced budget. It is the duty of my office to keep accurate records of all funds and see that our financial obligations are met promptly.
Mr. Vice President,
President, the symbol of my office is the star, and it is the duty of my office to see that we always have a strong membership, a good work program, and are alert to the welfare of our chapter.
Madam President, all officers are present and in their place.
Mr. Sergeant at Arms, do we have any guests present?
No, Madam President.
Madam Secretary, we have a quorum and are ready to transact our business. Will you please read the minutes from the last meeting?
The meeting was called to order at 2:15 p.m. by President Carolina Keaton. All officers were present and in their places. A roll call was held and a quorum was established. Minutes from the meeting on November 19th, 2024 were approved as read. Discussion of the purchasing of new TSA Club t-shirts was begun. There was a group discussion, but it was taken to the next meeting with no other business to discuss. The meeting was adjourned by the President at 2:50 p.m.
Are the Secretary's minutes accepted as read at this time?
I make the motion for the minutes accepted as read at this time.
I second.
We will now vote on the Secretary's minutes. All in favor of accepting the Secretary's minutes as read, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The Secretary's minutes will be placed on file. We will now move on to officer reports. Madam Treasurer, will you please read the Treasurer's report?
The balance of the TSA account on November 18th, 2024 was $1,072.25. We received $2,000.25 during the Old Kentucky Chocolate Bars fundraiser, making the total receipts $2,000.25. We spent $1,057.78 to pay the bill to Old Kentucky Chocolates LLC, making the total expenses $1,057.78. The current balance of the TSA account as of today is $2,014.72.
Is the Treasurer's report accepted as read at this time?
I make a motion to accept the treasurer's report as read at this time.
I second the motion.
We will now vote on the Treasurer's report. All in favor of accepting the Treasurer's report as read, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. The Treasurer's report will be placed on file subject to audit. Madam Secretary, does the fundraiser committee have a report to present? If not, please so state.
The fundraiser committee does not have a report to present.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Is there any old business? Seeing and hearing none, we will move on to unfinished business. The first item of unfinished business is the discussion over purchasing new TSA Club shirts.
I make a motion for the new club shirts to be purchased by each member individually.
I second the motion.
There is a proposal before us stating that the new TSA Club shirts to be purchased by each member individually. Madam Treasurer, please call the roll for the vote over purchasing new TSA Club shirts by each member individually.
Mr. Sergeant at Arms,
Aye.
Madam Reporter,
Nay.
Madam President,
Nay.
Madam Secretary,
Nay.
Madam Treasurer?
aye. Mr. Vice President,
Nay.
The proposal for stating new TSA Club shirts to be purchased by each member individually has been defeated by a vote of 2 to 4. There is a proposal before us stating new TSA Club shirts to be purchased utilizing TSA Club funds.
I propose that the TSA Club purchases new club shirts for future use with TSA Club funds.
I second the motion.
We will now vote on the proposal stating new TSA Club shirts to be purchased utilizing TSA Club funds. Madam Treasurer, please call the roll for the vote over purchasing new TSA Club shirts utilizing TSA Club funds.
Mr. Sergeant at Arms.
Nay.
Madam Reporter.
Aye.
Madam President.
Aye.
Madam Secretary.
Aye.
Madam Treasurer.
Nay. Mr. Vice President.
Aye.
The motion to purchase new TSA Club shirts utilizing club funds has passed with a vote of 4-2. We will now move on to new business. Is there any new business to be addressed? Seeing none, do I hear a motion to move on to announcements?
I motion we move on to announcements.
I second.
Madam Secretary, are there any announcements?
Yes, Madam President. The regional competition will be held at Morehead State University on February 14th, 2025, with early entry events being due on January 29th. We would like to recognize Mr. Sergeant at Arms Riley Tharp for becoming Regional TSA Reporter. In addition, there are 2 officers who are running for state office. Madam Treasurer is running for State Treasurer, and Mr. Vice President is running for State Secretary.
We would now like to recognize our current East Kentucky TSA Regional Officer, Mr. Sergeant at Arms Riley Tharp. He was elected as the East Kentucky TSA Regional Reporter. Mr. Sergeant at Arms, please stand to be recognized. Madam Treasurer, please come forward and announce your candidacy for state office.
My name is Paris Jordan, and I'm running for the State Treasurer for 2025 to 2026.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer. Mr. Vice President, please come forward and announce your candidacy for state office.
I, Alex Lee, am announcing my candidacy for State Secretary for 2025 to 2026.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. Are there any other announcements? Seeing and hearing none, we will now move on to adjournment. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Thank you, motion passes. With no other business to discuss, I call on Madam Secretary. Will you please read and lead us in the TSA Creed?
I believe that technology education holds an important place in my life in the technical world. I believe that there is a need for the development of good attitudes concerning work, tools, materials, experimentation, and processes of industry. Guided by my teachers, artisans from industry, and my own initiative, I will strive to do my best in making my school, community, state, and nation better places in which to live in. I will accept the responsibilities that are mine. I will accept the theories that are supported by proper evidence. I will explore on my own for safer, more effective methods of working and living. I will strive to develop a cooperative attitude and will exercise tact and respect for other individuals. Through the work of my hands and mind, I will express my ideas to the best of my ability. I will make it my goal to do better each day the task before me and to be steadfast in my belief in God and my fellow Americans.
Will the Assembly please repeat the TSA motto after me? Learning to lead in a technical world.
Learning to lead in a technical world.
Does anyone know of any reason why this Assembly should not adjourn? If not, I will entertain a motion.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor of adjourning the meeting at this time, say aye.
Aye.
I now declare this meeting adjourned until a special meeting is called or until our next